as a community
Can't see.
that the district office has received community or some individuals from the community an additional name to the Bunche Park. So if we get these notices or these letters of interest, it begins a process. I am then asked by my deputy superintendent to begin the process. Share with you what the school board policy says. And based on the feedback from the community, it's nothing happens because and that's what we're here to give you a voice and to give you the opportunity. That's what we're here to give you a voice and to give you the opportunity to express what your feelings are in reference to this. So if you just bear with me, I'm going to go over the with you. Should be descriptive of that geographic area. Should be descriptive of that geographic area. If the sister, can you hear me?
No.
Okay. If the ability to be named or renamed in honor of a man or woman, proposed should be of those. There should be either civic, educational leader, or living or deceased. It could be local, national, or international. If the school district, the school district facility is to be named after a living person, the applicant's consent must first be obtained in writing before it's submitted for the board's consideration. The naming or renaming of a school or district facility also can monetary contribution is made by an individual. School Facilities Naming and Renaming Committee. A school facility renaming and naming committee shall reconvene to consider community input and allow public participation. Before this location shall be solicited. That's why we're here this evening. This is one, we can have up to 1 or 3 meetings if we need to. But this is one meeting, this is going to be necessary to obtain sufficient help from the designee. Shall act as a facilitator for this meeting. Shall act as a facilitator for this meeting and representative meetings. All names recommended to the committee must be accompanied with the appropriate background information, documented support for suggested names, including any letters of recommendation. If any of you are proffering a name,
Are you guys able to see the video? Are you guys able to see the video clearly? Please let me know.
Please write us a quick email, send it your proper new name. We also need that, and we put there what we would need. New name, we also need that, and we put there what we would need. A complete list of all names suggested by the public through this public input process shall be forwarded to the committee. So that's why we have you sign in. All those letters, all those sign-in sheets, I will take them to present to the committee as we prepare for this. All names obtained through the public input process, along with the names of the individuals who originally started, that was also provided that opportunity. Chief Operating Officer shall be responsible for convening the meeting and serving as a coordinator of the activities of the committee. So one attendant will be part of that committee, so I will do that meeting. And are assigned to the committee in accordance with this part may after consideration. At times, there is the opportunity that the superintendent may waive the committee's process and the renaming ask that if you are interested in proffering a name, and you did sign up in the list, and it's fine if you did, but if you're interested interested in proffering?
Check my video and see if it's clear. I think it's like not connecting. This ain't the day for it not to work. I guess that's what's happening. Oh well. I'll try again.
This is not my 2 minutes. Okay. Question. Are you going to disclose at least one of the names that was submitted to us tonight? Will you also disclose who submitted that name? Will the public get a list of all the names that are submitted? Once the committee decides on a name, will it come back to the public before it's finally approved?
I believe we do have someone that's going to share the proffered name that was submitted. And you could say the name, the individual, when he comes up, he could say who is the one that proffered the name that was proffered. In reference to the committee, we will gather all this information. It is taken to the committee. It may just stop at the committee level. That's what happened at North Dade. We presented, we saw that there was not an appetite for a change name, the community did not, and we didn't move forward. So that's what we're here for, right? To gather this input, so then I could say, yes, there is an appetite, or no, there isn't, or we're half and half. So, but I'm not asking to please, if you could give your attention to the speakers, so everybody can have an opportunity to speak.
Question wasn't answered.
Which
What
question?
you just asked was not answered.
Which is?
He wanted to know who.
And I said,
He said the
individual
person
that
coming.
proffered that name is gonna be speaking.
He said the
And they're
person
the ones that are
coming.
gonna say the name that they want to proffer.
Y'all
Okay?
not listening. She said it. What we doing here? You in school, listen. We're in the cafeteria. Come
Good
on.
evening. My name is Doris Parker. First, I want to thank you all
Who is that?
so much for coming to listen
Oh.
to this community. I moved into the Bunche Park area in 1954. I was employed by Miami-Dade County Public School System for 40 years. I began my career as a classroom teacher here at Bunche Park in 1956. I still remember the school song, and I don't want to take up too much time. I still remember the school song, and some of you in the audience do too. It began with the words, "Bunche Park, you are our pride and joy." It still is. Dr. Bunche, it seems that you already have the criteria for the name which you already have. I am here to disagree with the renaming of this school. When the area was being developed for World War II veterans in the 1940s, the developer, Mr. Julius Gaines, gave 4 parcels of land to this community. One for Baptist Church, one for Methodist Church, one for Catholic Church, and the largest parcel for an elementary school, which was named Bunche Park. This information was given by 3 pioneers to yours truly in an interview regarding the history of First Baptist Church of Bunche Park. And I would like for it to be known also that First Baptist Church of Bunche Park adopted Bunche Park Elementary School. The name Bunche Park Elementary has brought pride to our history. historic community. It is the name of Dr. Ralph J. Bunche, a distinguished American diplomat and United Nations mediator who won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1950 and also the NAAC Spingarn Medal in 1949. The renaming of this school will take from this community one of our most precious assets. And I'm begging and praying that this will not happen to this community. Now, the name or names that have been proposed, I'm sure they are deserving of them. I'm sure they have given to this community many of their talents, their skills, their love, and whatever. But may I humbly suggest to whomever that you consider, I humbly suggest, that you humbly consider perhaps Golden Glade Elementary School Avenue, just a few blocks away from here. Thank you so much for your time.
Check and see if my video looks good. Thank you.
Good evening. Now I think I'm pretty tall, but this young lady raised the bar so high, But my name is Francis Ragu. I stand here before you. I am the District 1 Board Representative for the Miami-Dade County School Board Advisory Committee. I'm also the President of UPBAC. This whole idea came about because I was approached based upon that capacity in wanting to leave one of our distinguished resident something as a legacy as life transition. Okay, this individual had nothing to do with, was that her idea, never suggested. Okay, I was asked, okay, can you reach out? I said, no, why don't you reach out? And I gave the contact number too. They did. 2 days later, I got a call. Francis, did you know why I was called? I had to be honest. I said, yes. She said, I don't want my name in any controversy. Okay. I don't want it to be what transpired at the last situation, but it was suggested, well, it's not going to be. As I stand here before you, she's not even aware of this meeting this evening because I said to myself, you know, if there is something and if the community so decide, we can end this here right now because this is not what she wants. was not her idea. She did not want it, but if the community so believed that it's entitled based upon all the criteria that was read as to how one is entitled to have their name placed on a school, I think have met all of those categories. But it's only going to be done so with you, the community, saying that we believe that this is the property, not to change the name, but to have an addition to the name. And we hear you, we hear you loud and clear. Okay. So, as the person who was contacted and who made the outreach, I will say to the board, I am going to suggest that we withdraw that application. So we can be respectful of the feeling of the community. Because again, it was not her idea. She did not ask for it. Okay, I should not be placed in that situation trying to see that we are combating the interests of the community. I think that is respectful. So, with that being said, we're going to have to continue the meeting. I it is going to be withdrawn, and I will strongly ask her to submit the letter, okay, of removing of that intent, because it's not something that was asked and wanted to have happen. And we don't need to have the community. We have too much in our community that we can come together on, especially this year. What I see here this year, let's put that effort into voting to get the right people in. That's what we need to focus on. We don't need to focus on having our community at this time being the central issue because of the place of the name. I think from what I've heard, you know, it is respectful enough, and we wish the best for everyone. So that being said, with the powers to be, I am humbly going to be asked that we cease the process of the continuation because we are not, look, what I'm saying, allow me to finish. I am not going to allow her name to be in the controversy that the community don't want. I'm going to ask her to withdraw and submit a letter in that kind to withdraw the name of that change. That's it. If the community wants it, that's fine. Okay, let me just do this for quickly, because I hear somebody say no to changing the name. Okay, all those who would like.
He over here running the meeting. He running the meeting. He running the meeting.
Hold on. I need to hear something. Okay, good. Okay, the name that was proffered was Betty T. Ferguson. Please, again, did not ask for this. It was suggested in terms of leaving a legacy, and that was fine. I reached out.
Come on now.
We are not changing, again, it was not her request. Please understand. Okay, I was humbly minding my business when I get the phone call. Okay? Dr. Steve Garland is the one who reached out to me in terms of, was this the intent? Please. Okay? Sometimes good intention leaves bad feeling. And I think in this democratic process, okay, his intent is well. As a matter of fact, there are two schools that were looking to change the other person's name for a different area. I'm not going to bring that into this right now. Okay, but there's two people in the community that if you have rise to the occasion based upon what was explained that is entitled to. Okay, that's what.
All right, Francis.
I know, but I want to give the community.
Moving along.
We have some more minutes to just let the community do one thing.
The name that was proffered on the letter, just for clarification purposes, okay? Doesn't mean that that's what we're moving, but I have to be transparent. It was Bunche Park Elementary / Betty T. Ferguson, okay? It doesn't mean you wanted to hear it. I want to make sure that you heard it.
You said that 20 minutes ago.
I wanted him to say it, he didn't say it, so I need to say it for him. Bunche Park Elementary / Betty T. Ferguson was the name that was proper. The next speaker?
Y'all doing too much. You said the lady didn't want the name. That's not her. Calm down. The hell?
My name is Stanley Miller. Right, I live in the community. Some of you know me. I see a couple others.
Put the mic up. Put the mic up.
Anyway, I just want to object to the name change. I want to go on record saying I object. But the lady that spoke first, I didn't get her name. Okay.
She right there.
So I just want to know for the record that I'm against changing the name.
Take about 2 minutes now. I want to read this into the records. I'm writing this letter to say that I'm against removing and adding anyone's name to Bunche Park Elementary. With the exception of renaming it rather Bunche Park Elementary. All right. I've known Betty Ferguson and her work for years since I first met her through her late husband, Judge Bunche Ferguson, when I was on the board of directors of FCA, Family Christian Association of America. I truly respect her and work throughout the community with her. And I got a phone call Tuesday morning. First, who am I? My name is Paul Roberts, a former and current resident of Bunche Park in the Miami Gardens area. I had the privilege of attending Bunche Park Elementary School in the first grade, 1958-1959, under the tutelage of the late Miss Annie Graham. There, my education foundation began, for I went on to attend second grade in Alabama, third grade through sixth grade in New Jersey, ninth grade at Aduro North Day. 10th grade to 6th grade in Miami Carroll City, and received my BS in accounting from Fairview. I've been out front, but mainly in the back, as a proponent for civil rights, equal education, and an advocate to combat healthcare disparity in our community. I received group awards as well as numerous individual civic, community, and employment awards, and I'm proud of them. However, I did not, do not, and will not have my name associated with somebody else's individual award. I've always felt that I stand on the shoulders of other black people, not on their heads. When you put your name next to something that an individual person has, you now stand on their head and you bury them. I will not stand there and let Ralph be buried. In closing, I feel that Ralph Bunche doesn't need anyone named beside on Bunche Park Elementary.
I'll be brief since the renaming has been rescinded. But my name is Diane Boston-Wright. I am a pioneer of this community. I attended Bunche Park Elementary, and so did my children. I feel like Bunche Park Elementary is very aptly named after Ralph Johnson Bunche, and there is no need to change the name.
My name is Reverend Henry Faison. I'm the assistant pastor, First Baptist Church at Bunche Park. I have a letter here from my pastor, our pastor.
Oh, wow.
And it's addressed to Dear Mrs. Lewis. This letter is in response to the recent news regarding changing Bunche Park Elementary School's name and the community meeting to address the proposed change. As you may be keenly aware, this proposed change has engendered great concern among members within the congregation and community that I proudly serve. As a religious leader and proud educator within the public school system, I wholeheartedly believe that we cannot fully appreciate the future without proper honor and respect of the past. Prior to the incorporation of Miami Gardens as a recognized city, Bunche Park Elementary School was one of the pillars within the Bunche Park community, a community that was designated a race covenant community for African American war veterans and their families. Both the community and school received their names in honor of Dr. Ralph Bunche, an African American diplomat to the United Nations and one Black Nobel laureate, and the first person of African descent to be Nobel Prize. Considering the harsh reality that we live in, days of Leslie Newbegin, where history and its revisionists are engaged in a dynamic process of selection and commission, we cannot in this crucial and decisive hour fall prey to this harmful process. Also, as pastor to one of the community's oldest churches and a prophetic problem solver, I strongly believe that we are compelled to give honor to whom honor is due. I admire the Honorable Betty T. Ferguson's commitment and tireless work rendered to her community as Miami Gardens' first district #1 commissioner. Her fight to ensure that the citizens she loves and represents is properly represented and cared for is unparalleled and does not go unnoticed. In response to her commitment to her community, local, county, and state officials have given her the proper credit in response to her life of service by naming a recreational complex, a street bearing her name, for the countless generations to remember her labor of love and sacrifice. However, we must keep in mind that we cannot properly honor one person's contributions adequately by taking proper honor from another. Especially someone like Dr. Bunche, who made it possible for Mrs. Ferguson and others to properly impact their community. If the school is to consider a name change, the school should strongly consider naming the school Ralph Bunche Elementary School as an act of preserving the past while we look to securing the future for generations yet to be born. Consider this letter from me not as an antagonist, but a curator of African American history, making a humble plea for the preservation of our city as we forge into the future. History and her historians will witness how we steward her story. I beseech each of you to steward that history by being on the right side of it. Yours in solidarity, Reverend Benny L. Everett III,
First Baptist.
Pastor, First Baptist Church, Bunche Park.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kenneth Harris, and I just wanted to go on record that I'm not in favor of changing Bunche Park Elementary School. I'm speaking on behalf of my parents, the ancestors, the elderly, and all the members that have been in this community for so many years. Sister Harden has already expressed the total capacity of the name and what it represents. I just want to go on record, and I see so many of my classmates. The word got out, and I'm just happy that we were able to further the effort by spreading the word, seeing so many people here today. So God bless my father, Ms. Lambert, and all the faculty. Lambert, Ms. Jackson, Ms. Miller. Williams stayed next door to me. She was a school librarian. So we had the opportunity to be educated by many people that raised us in the community. And for that reason, we're here standing today. We were young, but now, as we can see, we're old timers now. We got that old, we can't respond. I want to say
that since we're here together, maybe we can come bring forth additional efforts to work on things that are a lot more meaningful for our kids, the community, the elders, and making the Bunche Park and the city a much more better place. In addition, since there has been a change in what used to be for us prayer every day, I would consider having someone in the higher ups to, make that a master plan as far as putting prayer back in school. I'm reminded of this effort in morning's announcements, and each morning we used to listen to Mahalia Jackson. She used to get the teachers ready, consequently the students were ready. So I want to thank the pastors, along with the members of the church and members of the community for this opportunity.
Good evening. My name is Vanessa Wilcox, and I was born in my grandparents' house, which is 15901 Northwest 19th Avenue. In that house, I was going to the little kindergarten named Muffin Kindergarten. And I remember when we graduated, my grandfather brought me over to Bunche Park. And he said, "This is the school you're gonna attend, young lady." So for first grade, this was it. Hey! And it should stay the same. I am proud to be a part of Bunche Park.
Good evening, my name is Loretta Henry.
Move the mic. Move the mic.
Good evening, my name is Loretta Henry, and when I got in line, Dr. Ralph Bunche was not mentioned, but I just want to reiterate that if we're going to change the name, we need to give Dr. Ralph Bunche his full name. Yeah. Dr. Ralph Bunche. Dr. Ralph.
Okay.
Elementary. Thank you.
Everybody, my name is Charles McCoy, so I don't have to do too much introduction because I, like 99 and 9/10 of the people here, we grew up here, we went to the same churches, same school, But I just want some of the people, the directors of the area directors to know a little history about Bunche Park. And I'm surprised Dr. Galley may not have done his research.
Why is he not here?
My family got out here in 1954, and it's hard to say anything, but I just want to add this little bit. At that time, Bunche Park was the center of the community. We had our own center. We didn't have to go downtown anywhere. All of us went to jail field, wherever we saw flood and everything, but we got good education here at Bunche Park. I was 7 years old when I got here, and because of segregation, Bunche Park ran double shift. People crossed the track, crossed the bridge, came to Bunche Park. There was a session from 8 to 12 and 12 to 4, simply because we couldn't go to white school. But we had strong educators. The educators couldn't go to home. Miss Alma Brooks was the principal when I got here. She lived right across the street. Miss Josephine Mackey and all the other principals, they lived right out here, just like North Dade. 99% of the teachers at North Dade, Bunche Park, because Bunche Park was the feeder pattern. because Rainbow Park didn't come into years later. And ironically, you notice, people don't know that Nathan B. Young was named after a black person. So, I hope you people remember this. I'm sure the directors didn't have any knowledge of this, because you remember, at that time in the 50s and 60s, Joe Hall was the superintendent. Even though schools were segregated, he did come to Bunche Park and make his presence known, and he attended our graduations at North Dayton. So, keep that in mind. And Brenda's mother, Mrs. Martin, she's the one who taught me. Bunche Park, you are my pride and joy. She said, we for me, we pledge to be our loyalty forevermore, forevermore.
As Charles said, I'm Brenda Martin Providence. My mother came here in the 50s and taught music to mostly all of you guys. She left. We lived by Rainbow Park, but we came over with her to go to school. And she left in 1969 to be the first black music teacher to integrate a white school. So that's how we lost Mama out the neighborhood, going to other schools. But I think it's really important, guys, that we work now, just like we did with North Dade, just like we're doing now. We work to make this a historic city. Because what needs to happen is, once we do that, people will stop playing with us. Don't come over here with that. Because you're gonna get the same thing you got now. And it's no disrespect. I love Betty Ferguson and everybody else. Barack Obama, Michelle, it don't matter. Don't come over here with that. So for everybody here, if you know somebody, your parents, your cousin, your sisters who know the history of Bunche Park, Rainbow Park, write it down. We need to make this a historic city so people will know. When you come over here, you got you got to have your ducks in a row, because we just, and that property across from Bunche Park Pool, they are still going to build 90 apartments over there. So while we fighting foolishness, that's what we need to be concentrating on, and trying to get somebody who's going to represent us in the city of Miami Gardens. Thank you, guys.
Good evening, everyone. I am here because I could have been somewhere else. But God had a different plan for me. I'm still alive. But I'm here at this school. And across the street where there's the park. Bunche Park? That's our baby. That's our baby. That's my second grade teacher over there. And she lived down the street from me, so I couldn't do too much. But I want to talk about Dr. Ralph Bunche. I read this in a book. We had a neighbor. He was always talking to us about reading. And reading books and knowing the different countries where they came from. Mr. Miller. And he sang to us, just like her mother played songs for us and made us feel like we were somebody. But Dr. Ralph Bunche, I read about him. I thought he was white. He was just that bright skin. But I started to read about him, and I said, that's one of us. Didn't know it from nobody else, because nobody really was telling us who we were. But right now, we know who we are. We are not going to allow any of these people that are coming into our neighborhood to take over, they say. But that's not true. They're not taking over. They're just doing what they know how to do. And we must support them and be kind to them for a few. Anyway, I read this about, he has a son and he has a nephew, Lonnie Bunche, and I was reading how many Ralph Bunches in the community that they have. And look it up for yourself. I said, wow. I just thought, and then when I saw one of the presidents leaning over on him, I said, oh, he don't know. But it all came together. That man was brilliant. He had a brilliant mind. He did everything with excellency. So who can tell us that he does not need to be honored by us? That's so much free. I'm neighborhood watch, Bunche Park, just for the record. So, I see you. But I had an injury. I had a concussion in my head twice. But God let me stay here so I can tell y'all about this Dr. Ralph Bunche. And we're gonna make this Dr. Ralph Bunche. He can be anywhere, anytime. He is still on the throne somewhere because nobody knows anything that he cannot do. And I was so excited. I had my son reading for him. We got to get our children more involved in that's not us. It's just like the people on the TV. We got some brilliant minds and brilliant people that are here. So I would love to see, and I have been working on it. I've given out trophies and a little, what do you call it, little things you can put on your table and everything. I've been giving those out. I have some for the mayor and them. They haven't come to my meeting yet. It's still in the drawer. But I think Paul has had one. And that means something to you. These kids don't know that this was a school out here. This was this little corner over here. We had a big old place there. And we had the frozen cup lady right over there. And across the street, you had some people were working, some people were not working. But I tell you what, let a fight go off over there. Them parents coming out that room, they coming out that house. And the first thing they're gonna do is tell your mom and your daddy when you get back home. So this is a historical event for us, for all of us to recognize. Let your children know who he was, who he still is. So I just want to say thank you, and we will be back.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sarita Maycox. I was born and raised in Bunche Park. My kids was raised in Bunche Park. I'm here right now for Bunche Park to remain Bunche Park Elementary School. If it is going to be changed, Ralph Bunche Park Elementary School, because we have to keep the park in it, because that's our community and that's our history. This school is more than just an elementary school. My mom went to this school, my aunts, my uncles, my siblings, my cousins, a whole family heritage. So I'm just here right now so we could remain Bunche Park Elementary School and keep our community, Bunche Park community, as everybody knows it.
Move your mic, the mic. The mic.
My name is Ruth Anderson Porter. There are three teachers that really stand out to me. Ms. Mackey, and Ms. Mackey, okay, and Ms. Anderson. This lady, she taught you how to speak from the third grade. You had to write, you had to do a book report. And when you did that book report, you had to stand up in the class and give you the whole, what happened in the book within a certain time. I have never forgotten it. And then I had Ms. Johnson, that was a music instructor that taught us. We had an orchestra. They taught you violin, cello. We didn't keep it, but this is some of the teachers that were here at Bunche Park Elementary School. This is different now. And Mr. Butler, this man, he had a lot of respect for women and children growing up, and he taught us things that we probably wouldn't have got, you know, even from a female. And I have great respect because there are a lot of people here that they tell it's not his story, but it is our story. And I thank Bunche Park Elementary School.
Good afternoon. I just couldn't sit there any longer. I'm also a graduate of Bunche Park Elementary School, and my brother is 84 years old. And his teacher was Miss Lightsey. He's still with my teacher was the one I remember the most. I had a lot of, but Andrew Freeman. Tell me, fifth and sixth grader is reading Edgar Allan Poe, staying after school 30 minutes to do algebra and trigonometry. When I went to Miami-Dade, they gave me this test that, you know, see where you are, you know, what the class they're gonna put you in. So my math class, I passed the algebra, but I was a little slow on the basic math because I had forgotten it. So when I took the test, the teacher said, you don't have to come back, you're all right. But just to let you know that we have an oceanographer, we have principals, teachers, doctors, lawyers that have come out of this school, judges. I mean, you know, this school is great, a great start for a lot of people. So that's what I was.
Well, I want to say thank you because we needed the community out here to support us. Thank you. I do want to, unfortunately, this hits me both ways. I was here for 13 years at Bunche Park, so I know this community very well, but in my new role, I kind of have to stay neutral, but I do feel what many of you have said. I do want to share that during the time that we were in the old building, that we were constructing this new building, and I had the privilege with Ms. Griffith to open this new building. We found a time capsule in the old building. So we did store it. I was just asking Ms. Lewis and Ms. Griffith, it's in the vault. So any of you that, you know, would like to see what's in that time capsule, because we were able to find it, and it was a whole project because I had heard that there was a time capsule and we said we have to find the time capsule. So we did find it. We were able to dig up a lot of pictures. There was a news article. I can't recall the year that it was all done, but there was a time capsule. So whenever you have some time, please feel free. And this also talks to the testimony of Bunche Park. The kids at Bunche Park also need you. Not only as a Regent Superintendent, but as a proud principal and assistant principal that I was here, these kids were like my kids. And I always told that to my staff. The way we treated the kids here was the way that I wanted my own child to be treated, and no less. but they also need you. Many of you have the time now. You don't work, volunteer. Just 2 hours a week maybe, just to read to a child, to help us do small group, help them with their timetables. Any help that you could offer Bunche Park would be tremendously appreciated, because they need you. The teachers would appreciate. Many of you know this was a large special needs school that we would bus kids. We still have a lot of children like that here, but all children need a little 2 hours a week that you can come and just read, help in the cafeteria, help with our pre-K, and they need ESAC. So taking off the hat of the renaming committee or any of that I'm just asking on behalf of the school to come out, because we know we need you. But I want to reassure you, the purpose of today's meeting was to share the community interest that was given, that was shared with us. It is our due diligence to share that with the community and provide the community the opportunity to voice, as you've done this evening. I will make sure that this is taken back. We already know that the gentleman said that he would withdraw. We have documented that. All the letters that were read, I asked for them to please give it to me as well. I will present all this, and if there is a big appetite to rename it, Dr. Ralph J. Bunche Elementary, I urge you to send us emails, right? If not, then Bunche Park Elementary, whatever is it that you will proffered, please send us emails. We'd like to have the emails as soon as possible so that we could create the binder that we need to present with this. So I want to thank you again for taking time. Thank you for being part of this community and coming out. And like I said, don't let this be, someone said, let this momentum continue. Don't let this be the only time you walk in here. Please, make sure you come out and you help the school in many ways that they need your help. I thank you very much. And I think you have something you wanted to share? Come in.
Go to the mic.
And this is the last thing.
Mike.
Instead of Dr. Ralph J. Bunche Elementary, Park should be there. Dr. Ralph J. Bunche Elementary.
Okay, so Dr. Ralph J. Bunche Park Elementary, we'll write that as well. And then again, please take some time to send us some emails so we could have also additional letters to support those proffered names. I thank you for coming, and do know that we have listened to your concerns. Thank you very much and have a good evening.
All right, bye folks.